Hello, my name's Carol, and I love stories. Do you like stories? I absolutely love stories, and I've loved stories ever since I was a very, very little girl. And I used to have an auntie, not a real auntie, a kind of adopted auntie, and her name was Ruth, and we used to call her Auntie Ruth. And Auntie Ruth used to love telling stories. And as children, we would gather around her chair and she would tell us a story. She never looked at a book. She never had a picture to show us. But her stories came alive. And ever since then, I've loved telling stories myself. Now, I want to tell you a story this afternoon about a little engine who had a big shiny eye. And Auntie Ruth told me this story when I was about 6 years old. Now I'm going to show you a picture because I don't think that you've actually seen a little engine like this, not unless you've been on the Bluebell Railway or on the North Yorkshire Railway. Then you might have seen one a bit like it. Okay, let me show you the picture. All right, let me get it right. Can you see it? Yeah? Now at the back there, at the back of the engine, there is a little carriage, a little truck, and that holds all the coal. You might think, funny, why do engines have to have coal? Well, this sort of engine does need coal because it has a fire. So it gets going and it can build up steam, which turns the pistons, which turns the wheels, and so it travels along. Now on the front of the picture, can you see it? You will see a big lamp. Now that is his eye. And just below his eye is a funny looking thing that pokes out. And that is a snowplow or a cow catcher. So if they caught a cow, if a cow was on the line, they'd be able to push it off very, very gently. But also these little engines had whistles. And they used to love sounding their whistle, especially when they came to a corner. Now you can see there that I've marked the round bit on the engine, and that's called a boiler. Alright, so this is the little engine, and there's his big shiny eye. Now the little engine needed to have a driver. Alright, there's the driver. And the driver would make sure that before he set out on a trip, that all the joints to do with the wheels and the pistons, can you see them there, would be oiled. Now he's got an oil can in his hand, so they'd all be oiled so they would run smoothly on the rails. Now, in order to make the steam, the little engine also needed a fireman. Now, let me get this picture right, because the fireman, you see the fireman? He is actually filling up the little engine's boiler. Now remember, it was that big round thing with water. You think, funny, why does he need water? Okay, not only does he need water, he also needs coal. Now, let me see if I can get this right for you. See the fire? That fire is inside the cab of the little engine, and the man who is putting the coal in the fire is called the fireman. And they needed to keep the fire going with the coal in order to heat the water which was in the boiler, in order to make the steam which drove the little engine along the tracks. Okay. Now also on board was this man. Now do you know who he is? He's the guard. And the guard would wave his green flag when they were ready to go. And when they were ready to go, and the little carriages were all hooked up, then the little engine would go. Let me show you the map. He would go, whoops, let's get it right. See, down here is a station, out of the station, round the bend, through the cut, through the meadow, to the little station way, way over yonder. Now every day, as the little engine went out of the station, round the bend, through the meadow, through the cut, to the little station way, way over yonder, he would see the little lambs jumping in the fields, and he would see the birds flying in the air. Now here's a picture of a lamb, yeah? Okay? New lambs jumping in the fields and birds flying in the air. Okay? Now, the little engine loved doing what he did. He loved going out of the station, round the bend, through the meadow, through the cut, to the little station way, way over yonder. And every day he would say, I want to go out of the station, round the bend, through the cut, through the meadow, to the little station way, way over yonder. I love taking the passengers with me from one station to the other. Now, it took quite a long time to get from one station to the other, and they had to go through the cut. Now, can you see where the hills are? See where the hills are? They had to go through the cut in order to get to the other little station way, way over yonder. Now, every day they did this. And one day, the little engine decided to be grumpy. And he said, I don't want to go out of the station, round the bend, through the cut, through the meadow, to the little station way, way over yonder. I want to go and see the world. And his driver said, that is very silly of you, little engine. Very, very silly indeed. And his fireman said, little engine, that is being really stupid. You are made to run on 2 wheels. You're not meant to do anything else. Now, the little engine got even grumpier. And as he was going out of the station, round the bend, through the cut, through the meadow, to the little station way, way over yonder, he saw the birds flying in the sky. And he saw the lambs jumping in the fields. And he said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go out of the station, round the bend, through the cut, through the meadow, to the little station way, way over yonder. I want to fly like the little birds. I want to jump like the little lambs. Don't be silly, said the coaches. I want to do it, said the little engine. I don't want to be pulling you girls anymore. Don't be silly, little engine, please. And the engine driver said to him, little engine, have you got legs? No, said the little engine. I haven't got legs. I've got wheels. And the fireman said to him, little engine, have you got wings? No, said the little engine, I haven't got wings. Then, said the fireman, you can't fly, can you? And the engine driver said, and little engine, if you haven't got legs, you can't jump, can you? Well, this didn't make the little engine any happier. He was really, really fed up. But he decided he was going to do something really, really, really naughty. So the next time they went at the station, the fireman filled him up with water. The engine driver put all the oil there where it should be to make sure he ran properly. And the fireman made sure there was enough coal, and he shoveled up the fire to make sure that they would have enough steam. The people got into the little carriages. They were very excited. They were going to the little station way, way over yonder. And then the guard put his whistle to his lips, waved his green flag, and off they went. Out of the station, round the bend, through the cut, through the meadow, but they didn't reach the little station way, way over yonder. They had just got to where the river meets the ditch when the little engine gave one big push with his back wheels. But instead of flying like the little birds, and instead of jumping like the little lambs, he landed up in the ditch. But not only did he land up in the ditch, the little carriages landed up in the ditch as well. Well, the driver got out of his cab, and so did the fireman, and the little engine lay there hissing away in the water, and the guard got out and rubbed his head like this. "Oh dear, what's going on?" he said, and all the passengers got out. Thank goodness there was nobody hurt. And they said, "What on earth is going on? Whatever does the little engine with the big shiny eye think that he is doing?" Well, the driver said, "What do you think you're doing, little engine? Why are you here in the ditch?" "I just wanted to fly like the little birds. I just wanted to jump like the little lambs." "Oh, how many times have you been told?" said the driver. "You can't do that. You're an engine. You're not a bird, and you're not a lamb. Goodness me, little engine, I do wish you would be happy with the way you are. Now look what you've done. You've caused this great big accident." And all the passengers got out, and they were rubbing their heads, and they're going, "Oh my goodness, what's happened? What's happened? This is terrible. We've had an accident. How are we going to get to the little station way, way over yonder? Really, this is terrible, driver." And the guard came out, and he was rubbing his head, and he said, "I don't know, little engine. This is absolutely not right. I'm going to have to go walking back along the line and bring a crane to help to get you out of this ditch." "Oh, I'm so sorry," said the little engine. Well, so the guard went along, and he went back to the station, and he phoned, and he said, "Please, can you send a crane out here really, really quickly?" So very soon a great big yellow crane came, all running along the lines, and it put its great big arm around the little engine, and the little engine went, "Ah, that hurts!" And the crane said, "I hear you've been a very naughty engine. Maybe this will teach you that you can't do what you want to do, especially if it's not safe." And then the crane put its great big arms around the two little carriages. "Oh," they said, "this hurts, this hurts. Oh, little engine with a big shiny eye, we do wish you'd done as you were told." "I'm sorry," said the little engine. And he was sorry. Well, slowly and carefully, because he was not feeling very happy after falling in the ditch, he very carefully shunted back, and he got coupled up to the two little carriages. Then all the passengers got inside, And then off they went for the little station way, way over yonder. Now, do you know what the little engine sings as he goes along the track? He doesn't sing, I don't want to go out of the station, round the bend, through the cut, through the meadow, to the little station way, way over yonder. I want to fly like the little birds. I want to jump like the little lambs. No, he says, this is his song now, and it's a very happy little song. I want to go out of the station, round the bend, through the cut, through the meadow, to the little station way, way over yonder. I am happy to be me. Bye.